Hi, and welcome to another Partner Playbook. I'm Tonya Gentry, Chief Sales Officer for Big Red Media. And today I have the pleasure of talking with SeedPod Cyber, their founder and CEO, Doug Kreitzberg. Hi, Doug. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Tonya. How about yourself?
Doing great. I'm really excited about this. You guys are a new vendor for me that I've just started talking to in the last month or so. For our community as well, that may not know who you guys are, can you give them a brief description of what you're doing and how you're changing the world?
Sure. SeedPod Cyber, we're actually an insurance underwriter that offers embedded cyber insurance through the MSP channels that helps the MSPs grow their cyber and security services at the same time as helping to reduce risk and reduce premiums for their clients there. So that's in a nutshell what we do. And we do that through a number of different mechanisms and really excited to talk to you about it here.
Very cool. So I know you guys are announcing, or by the time this comes out, it probably will have been announced, a brand new partner program. So let's talk about it. What is it, and what are some of the benefits and key features that you'd like to tell our audience?
Yeah. No, it's great. And it really kind of evolved from our interactions with the MSPs over the 2 years that we've been working through this channel. And we have what we call the Elite Risk Advisor Program. What we've been seeing is that MSPs are more and more finding themselves at the intersection of cybersecurity and cyber insurance. And their clients are beginning to turn to them as they are finding that they need cyber insurance for a guidance as to what to do. And that's in addition to what the MSPs have had to be doing in terms of filling out those often confusing applications. And what we do through our program is we help them leverage the cyber insurance to help sell their cybersecurity services. And we do that through a process we call the Smart Insurability Audit process, in which they ask for a copy of the client's insurance policy or prospect's insurance policy. And we have an AI-based tool that evaluates that policy for adequacy. It evaluates it relative to what controls need to be in place. And then our own insurance often subsidizes the cost of any of the controls that the MSP needs to be put in place. So it becomes a great solution for MSPs to communicate and talk about risk in the language that businesses understand, which is dollars and cents, as well as a way to help subsidize really putting in the right security for their clients.
Yeah, it sounds like it makes them really that cyber expert, truly cyber expert, right? Because they can speak now to a lot of different areas about it, including what's going to need to happen because of the insurance.
Yeah, exactly. And also they're able to give their client peace of mind that when there is a cyber incident, having the right insurance in place and having the right tools in place will mean that cyber policy will pay off. And unfortunately, the statistics are that 44% of the time, the policies won't pay off to the full extent because the clients don't have the right security in place here. Wow. And so we're really not, helping the client at the end of the day, and by positioning and helping the MSP be that real true risk manager to make sure that not only do they have great coverage, but that great coverage will be more than just useful for wallpapering their bathroom when a claim occurs. It will actually pay off.
Yeah, that's great. I know it's early, right? You're just now launching this program, but anything that you've got on the roadmap for the towards the end of the year? I keep saying I can't believe we're in June, right? It's crazy. We're halfway through 2025. It just flies by right now. But any enhancements that you see coming that you'd like to let the audience know?
Yeah. Well, we have, the program that we're just rolling out includes a number of features and benefits to the MSP. We talked about the insurability audit, which is kind of the core tool here, and but we also, and we're just rolling this out. Our program includes fee income for quotes that are generated, insurance quotes that are generated from the clients they present this to. It also includes the ability to access MDF funds at various levels, and those funds can be used to really help the MSP market themselves as that risk manager here. And then the third component that we offer is lead generation support, because we work, in addition to MSPs, we work with agents and brokers. And for that business, we include, within the first 30 days of a policy, a meeting between the insured and one of our MSP partners to review the technical underwriting, to explore gaps in coverage, or gaps in security posture. And then also, in certain cases, we'll offer premium credits if the insured addresses it with one of our partners. So it becomes a great way for the MSP to grow their business at the same time of helping secure their client base.
Yeah, I was just thinking you're helping them grow, right? Using MDF, we talk about that a lot. Obviously, they've heard us through MSP Success, Big Red Media, but being TMT as well, we're huge on the marketing and sales growth for MSPs. So to be able to use these types of benefits and then to have lead gen, that's amazing to be able to offer that to them as well. So that's very, very cool.
Yeah. And when you look at from the insurance side, only 10% of small businesses globally have cyber insurance. And so that's at one point a greatly underserved market. But when you think of it, it's a greatly exposed market from the standpoint of what could happen if an event happens to them, because they don't have the balance sheet resilience to help them recover. And what we're really looking to do is we see the MSPs are that last digital mile into small business from the technical infrastructure standpoint. And we want to make sure that we can help them, not only provide the services that they're doing and the great job that they're doing, but really provide the balance sheet stability so that those clients can, do what they need to do to be successful and innovate, which is what all small business does.
Yeah, it's crazy, I guess, because we're in this world and we hear it all the time. I can't believe 10%, only 10%. Wow, that's a crazy number.
Yeah, it's a crazy number, and it's driven by a number of things. I would say it's driven, you've got this insurance brokerage marketplace, and the insurance that doesn't really understand cybersecurity, so they kind of shy away. Or if they're offering the insurance, it's not the right insurance, unfortunately, in many situations. And then, of course, you have the small businesses who, if nobody's talking to them about it, they're not going to do anything about it. And but what's happening now is more and more those small businesses are being required to have insurance by their own clients, or when they go to get a loan from a bank, they're now being asked. And so this is really an opportunity which we think will help drive that improvement in the security, so the small businesses can thrive.
Perfect. What do you guys look for when you're starting to work with an MSP? And then also too, I always say, how can that MSP be successful with you guys?
Yeah, it's a great question. One of the things that we look for when we speak to them and to be eligible for the program is, first, they need to have insurance themselves, which is important, and then they really need to have the right security stack to make sure that they have the right mechanisms in place. And we find that we're really helping MSPs even level up their own game from that standpoint. And then what we find with those who are successful here is those that are offering the package of security, kind of a minimum security stack that's integrated with their offering, that they're not offering it a la carte here. When you go buy a car, Tonya, you're not being asked, do you want the seat belts, or do you want the airbag, or do you want the bumpers? Right. It's all in, right? You get the security kind of built in. Right. And that's really where we see the MSPs who are doing well are doing that. It's just part of it. It's what you need to be as a business these days. Whether you like it or not, we're all digital businesses, and we need those seat belts, and we need the airbags and the bumpers in a digital format to do well.
Yeah, but it goes back to that, right? That the risk expert, being able to say that you come in as an MSP and be able to say, I can cover what you need to have covered to the best of my ability. And when and if something happens, because it probably will of some sort, we've got that covered as well too. And it's going to pay off, which is very important for small businesses.
Exactly. And because of the way what the MSPs are giving us as the insurance side is they're giving us a behind the firewall view, which gives us a better insight as to what security is actually in place. And that's why our pricing can be lower, because we have that increased transparency, and that lower pricing can translate into subsidization of the additional tech stack that those clients need.
One thing that I always ask is feedback. I know as the vendor community, and you guys are my people, and I know that for the large majority of the vendors, they're always getting feedback from their MSPs, finding out what's on their mind. Any insight, as far as especially to what you guys are focusing on with the insurance and the risk, any feedback that you'd like to share with us?
From the MSPs themselves?
Yeah, from MSPs, or what you're hearing out there in the community.
What I'm hearing is two things. One is, what do I need to do to be secure? The MSPs are looking for the roadmap for them to have the right controls in place there, and so which is great. You really want to hear that. And the other thing that they're really it's just, I think it's beginning to peak, so to speak, is they're asking a lot of questions about what security really helps drive the insurance pricing, and what can I put in place to really reduce the risk, which means it's going to help them be insurable, and then the other thing, and this comes into what I'm sure that you're working with the MSPs on, is how do I present myself in this market? How should I be branding myself? How should I be communicating these risk-based services, or transitioning from perhaps focus on network uptime to focusing on security, and obviously AI is that's just starting to creep into the questions too.
It's creeping in quite fast.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so last question. Anything that you want to share with your roadmap outside of the partner program, on SeedPod and what's coming down, what we can expect from you guys in the next 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, I think what you'll see is, speaking of AI, you'll see a lot more integration of our audit program with a number of different tools. We're already integrated with ConnectWise. We're integrated with Enable. We have a number of other integrations that will be coming on in the next 6 months. At the same time, we're gathering data on all the tooling from all the partners and running it through our own kind of machine learning to identify what is the right correlation between the product stack and claims. And that will really, that reporting that we'll be pushing out will really help MSPs and others in terms of understanding what they should really focus on in order to get the best bang out of the client security buck.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you so much. So for anybody that's listening to this or watching it, how can they find out more information from you guys? Where should they go? Yeah,
they can go to our website, seedpodcyber.com. They can email us. The best email would be info@seedpodcyber.com. And you can always find me on LinkedIn, Doug Kreitzberg at linkedin.com.
Perfect. We'll make sure all of those things are linked to this video as well. But thank you so much, Doug. This was great. I really do appreciate you coming on and talking with us. And so thank you very much.
Yeah, Tonya, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome. And for the MSPs that are listening and watching this, just wait. There'll be more to come. Thank you. Have a great day.